Welcome to Kingdom Expansion with your host, Apostle Michelle Allen, where God is expanding your tent for influence and impact in the earth. Apostle Michelle Allen has an international ministry where she ministers to the broken, the wounded, the destitute, and the hungry, the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ for the salvation of souls, bringing them to a relationship with the Lord himself and bringing glory and honor to the kingdom of heaven. Now, here's your host.
We back, baby. We are back, man. Another edition of Kingdom Expansion. I am your host, Brian. Not a Y, it's an I, so you know I'm that guy. So, today, we're going to talk about a few different things. But first, I want to introduce my co-host for the day, Miss Leah Porter. Woo-hoo! And she is media trained, okay? We went through that whole process. She's fine. But before I get anything going, I want to shout out to my dad, Bishop Horace Allen, my mom, Apostle Michelle Allen, for giving me this opportunity to be here on TV and talk to you people. Even if you're not watching, just log in so I get them views. But, so, man, I just lost my train of thought. Where's my manager at? Stage guy. I'm just joking. So today I'm just coming to you guys. We're gonna take it a little side from the usual, from the norm. We're going to talk about voting. We're going to talk about Trump. We're going to talk about everything going on in America right now. We're going to put the church in there too, but don't worry. It's going to be special. It's really going to be special. So I'm going to turn it over to her and see if she got anything she want to say.
Well, I don't know. you gotta, I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
And I'm back. Don't worry. I'm going to guide you through this, all right? Oh, is this one? Are we good? Is this one? They fixed the camera on me. But, yeah, today we're talking about voting. Early voting. It's still possible to get in there and vote. I mean,
did you say November 2nd?
I think it's supposed to be 15 days before. I don't know. But first thing I want to talk about, which people not really talking about no more, is shootings in schools, shootings in churches, and attacks on people in here of religion, of color, of different creeds and everything. So I'm just going to bring the knowledge, the shooting in the synagogue in Pittsburgh. You know, like me and her was talking about it. We did some research on it. And it's truly a sad day in America when you really would go shoot up somewhere because of something somebody believes in, you know? And the fact that that thing is happening and, you know, what's going on is just, it's really crazy. So I'll even bring the question to you. Do you think that the shootings are caused by people's disbelief in their religion, the reason they're shooting stuff up?
Honestly, yeah, because it's like some people, they'll feel like, okay, I don't support it, I don't do it, so I don't think you should either. Some people are just mentally in a place where they feel like they need to do something about it. They do it in the most outrageous ways. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Like, why would you go to a place? Like, just because you don't do it doesn't mean, you know, you just don't do it. You don't support it. Don't take it into your own hands and do something crazy like that, because that man took 11 people's innocent, like, just their life.
Right.
Just because they go and they worship and they don't support what he supports, which doesn't make any type of sense. And I think we should take a moment of silence for those people that we did lose. So yeah. So may they rest in peace. Yeah, I don't, people just are mentally, and it's really crazy because everybody is brought up different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know how this man's childhood was. It could have been traumatizing to the point where he feels like he just needs to do some crazy stuff for him to feel better.
And now
I don't know.
it's also to the point of Semitism. Anti-Semitism, you know? Like, I was listening to NPR before we walked in here, and it's just like the guy was saying that another guy was shooting up somewhere where Jews were because he thought that they were bringing immigrants into the country. Now that just takes me back to the one that will be named today but normally isn't. Donald J. Trump. We don't like you, bro. Like, we don't like you, bruh.
I'm still in awe. Like, I just don't believe that is the president of the United States. Like, I still cannot believe it. It's not real still.
I mean, to be honest, I'll keep it like this. When you first think about it, how he openly lives his life, it's like, I believe he's a good businessman. Don't get me wrong. He's shown he's a great businessman. But the fact that you publicly cut down women, you publicly cut down people that you don't like, you publicly mock other politicians, and you do all this stuff, and you get away with it because you're the president, bro. For now, at least. Unless you got some of them other people in your pocket. Because once this vote come up, man, it's a wrap for you, bro. We don't like you, bro. And I know I'm supposed to talk about church on this show, but I'm switching it up today. Because this whole thing is we don't talk about, even in the church world, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about voting. We don't talk about the importance of politics because most churches are tied into the government. That's how they get nonprofit money. That's how you get all this. But the thing is, we don't talk about it. And me as a young black man, I know I need to vote. She, on the other hand, thinks voting is rigged. It's not real. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Honestly, I do encourage everybody to vote. I do. I'm not because, I don't know, I just feel like voting is America's way of letting us Americans feel like we're doing something, like we have a voice. But in reality, I just don't believe that it's real. You know what I mean? It's just like they're going to put the ballot, they're going to, oh yeah, go vote, go do this. But it's just, I don't. And then I just found out that some voting is digital. And I remember when I was voting, it was a pencil and a paper.
You're not that old. Don't make it.
You're right. I'm not that old. Okay, but still. No, but I'm just saying, like, now that I found out it's like digital too, I really don't believe it. Like, that doesn't make any type of sense.
And I want to shout out Pastor Tuhos for sending me that link for Ballotpedia, because it really put me up on game on a lot of props they got to do with taxes, a lot of props with healthcare, a lot of props with a lot of things that's going on that we're not even looking at. We're just passing people on the street when there's propositions out there like, hold on for a second, I didn't bring no notepad, so I'm on my trusty iPhone. Like, let's say, for instance, okay, Prop 2. Prop 2 authorizes the state to use revenue from millionaires' taxes for $2 billion in bonds for homelessness prevention housing. So you not even peeping that it's votes and stuff you can vote on to help the people that you're giving your change to downtown or that's trying to wash your window at the light. Everybody keeps saying they're so tired of homeless people, they're tired of this, but it's stuff out there to help them. I'm not saying necessarily it's going to help every one of them, but it's ways to help them. So either you're going to input negatively, or you're going to vote and help. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, just vote for everything. Everybody was all for voting when Obama was running, though, right? Because he was black, right? That's another thing we got to get out of our mind. Just because somebody's black doesn't mean they're always for you. Obama wanted to get a lot of stuff done. He never really even got half the stuff that he got voted in for done. Because it's not just the president. The president's the face, don't get me wrong. But there's people behind him calling the shots. Yeah. That's why Trump gets to act like he wants to, says what he says on TV, and does whatever the people, because there's people behind that are backing him. So he's never going to lose in our sight. He's a loser. But he's never going to lose when it comes to politics. Yeah. Now, he's even saying that all these shooting and stuff happening, he's trying to crack down on immigrants getting in the country. What?
Which doesn't make any type of sense to me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about some more of these props, though. So now we even have Prop 1, $4 billion in bonds for housing programs and veterans and home loans. So they're trying to get it so we can spread money to veterans for homes, all this stuff, and y'all don't even know it probably. I'm trying to put y'all up on game. Like Jay-Z said, I'm trying to give you the game for $3.99. You feel me? I'm trying to give it to you.
You know what's crazy? And now that, because I didn't even know that was a uniprop, the fact that that's even a thing when it shouldn't be, because veterans should already, you know what I mean? You serve this country. You did what a lot of Americans don't want to do.
Right.
Why, you know what I mean? Because
And
I've
I'll
heard a
even-
lot of people come back and they don't even have nowhere to live.
I'll even go to you on the military thing, because the military, I feel like, isn't like a real thing.
Why do you say that?
I'm gonna explain it to you. So you telling me we go to places like Iraq and stuff, right? Because of terrorism, right?
Right.
But what are we really over there for? Oil, people. Oil. We want to grab the oil and protect it and keep it. We going to somebody, that's like me coming to your house and saying, hey, bro, that's some nice shoes. Let me get those. And you're like, nah, you want to fight me for it. But I got people backing me. So you're going to call your homies too. Now it's a whole fight. You can get out of here. Trump using the military. Every president that been in there been trying to use the military. If you do your research, people, and stop being so blinded by what you see on TV, you'll realize what's really going on. Realize the strategic placement of the military overseas.
That's crazy. I didn't think of it that way.
Realize it. Realize it.
That's a new one.
Come on,
right
man.
there.
Realize it. I'm out here, man. It's international TV. I'm out here. I gotta know my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at myself on the TV. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. I gotta know my stuff, you know? I gotta know it. So I'm gonna bring it back to a lighter thing, right? Boom. Shout out to Bishop Horace Allen again. Living by Faith Ministries Leadership Conference, January. Be there, be square. Feel me? He gonna be there. But let me go back to the phone.
No, but I want to ask you this, right?
What?
So, as I was reading, like, the articles and everything, they're saying that Trump is to blame for the shootings, the most recent shooting. Do you agree with that, or what's your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like it's just they just trying to point the finger because everybody don't like Trump. You feel me?
Right.
I'm not gonna say that he necessarily has something to do with it, like directly, but I mean maybe that person's mental was like, oh yeah, Trump don't like these immigrants. Let me smoke somebody because I'm trying to please him. When he don't even care. Then the man hurt himself, so he pulled up in a wheelchair to court. Like, bro, how you go kill somebody and then shoot yourself? That's like you being, oh, I'm a gangster, homie. I got the 9 on me right now and shoot yourself in the leg.
Right.
What are you doing, bro? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But if we really being serious and we really talking about it, voting is important, man. And I think a lot of people our age really don't see it as being important because some people feel like she feel it doesn't matter. I feel that way sometimes too. If you look back at them Bush races, but we'll get into that another time. But a lot of times when you think about it, there's so much crooked stuff going on in the world, and people are benign to it. They're too caught up with other things that they're not recognizing what's going on right on the street from you. People keep coming outside and seeing that, oh, it's house for sale here, house for sale here. Oh, my neighbor gone, people moving out, and other people moving in. Gentrification.
Yeah.
You gotta realize you have to pay attention. It's not just watching TV. You have to get involved in your community. I'll tell you a story. I was at work, and me and the guy was riding in the truck, and we seen a group of people and some police officers. First thing that come to our mind was like, oh, they got somebody. What happened? Who got shot? Who did this? Who did that? We pull over. They out there just for every other Wednesday thing where they talk to the people. They let the people know what's going on in the community, and the people ask them questions. So the fact that we have a negative stigma on the police is another thing that should not be, because I understand that people are getting killed by the police, but it's some out there that are racist and some out there that just hate it. But at the same time, there's people out there that want to protect, they want to do their job. But sometimes the image of a black person scares them. The image out there on the street scares them. They're scared. That's why these things happen. Some are brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Some are on purpose.
Yeah.
But most of the time, people are scared. People will do anything when they're scared.
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand.
I agree, I do. But at the same time, like, I remember I was talking to my dad, and I was telling him about how, you know, why do police shoot all of these people? You know what I mean? Like, that's really crazy to me. But he was telling me that, you know, let's say you pull somebody over and you get out the car. You're the police officer. You pull over, you pull somebody over, and then, like, you don't know what that person has. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then it's just like you're going to automatically have the gun drawn because you don't know. And you're scared. You know what I mean? You're still human. At the
Right.
end of the day, police officers are still human. But, yeah, I agree. It's crazy because I be thinking like, dang, they really just be shooting people. But it's just you got to think about them, too.
They got a family.
Like,
they got all
exactly.
that.
They have to think
So they're trying
about...
to protect themselves 1st. And that's just like us on the street. We trying to protect ourselves 1st. If you try to attack me, I'm going to try to get you before you get me. Like also your dad said, somebody breaking the crib, smoke them. No two sides to the story. It's only my side. You feel me? Like that's what it is. And you really got to understand people out there in the Facebook world, in America, and abroad. We paint a bad picture, or we're fed a bad picture to feed something else, to distract us from other things.
Yep.
Like, as I'm talking to you, we laughing and joking here, but the serious thing is,
Yep.
what's going on in America is really serious. This homelessness stuff is preventable. These diseases, they are preventable. Voting, preventable. Everybody say they're sick and tired of things going on. They can't do nothing. They have no voice. You do. You do. Neighborhood watch meetings. They're not just for neighborhood watch, but to talk. There's meetings where you can also talk to your politicians in your state, in your city, in your area. Do your history on your elected officials. Do the history on the people that are running in these ballots. Don't just go out there and vote to say you did it.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people do that, too.
Yep.
They vote just to say that they did it. And
That's what people do because they feel like that's like everybody just like, hey man, let's just go vote for what? I don't know. I'll be
Right.
honest. I was out there voting even when Obama. I seen Obama like, hey bet. Everybody else I was like, who are these people? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who these people are. It's for the simple fact that I was fed in my mind. It was repetition of okay, black president, go.
Yep, then everybody's talking about black president.
Yeah, black president.
We're
go.
going to go ahead. He's black. We're going to
Yeah,
just
black,
go ahead
black,
and vote
black.
for him.
Everybody's
Let's not even
Obama,
do any
everybody's
type
all
of,
that.
yeah, no type of research, nothing. He's a black president, the first black president. So it's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to jump, and I'm going to vote.
Right.
But, gotta do your research. You
Right.
just have to. It's important. And I feel like, you know, even though I don't really support voting like that, I just feel like everybody should, just in case,
What?
just in case it is real, okay?
Just in
I'm
case it is
saying,
real.
like,
Go out
you should
there-
still do
go out
it.
there and vote,
You
man.
really
It might
should.
be real.
I think I might. I don't know yet, but like I said, yeah, I gotta do my research too, because like I don't vote, I don't really support it, so. Now that he heard, he read the props and everything, I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe, just in case. Like,
You know what?
but yeah.
And while you researching that, check out Living by Faith Ministries. Oh, was I supposed to plug them? I was. Bishop Horace Allen Leadership Conference, January 23rd through what? The 26th. They got a lot of awesome guys lined up. Oh, we got my brother on there. Deion Allen going to teach a little bit. We got Anthony P.G. Jr., a good friend of mine, going to be on there. There's just a couple of, I'm not even going to give y'all the whole lineup. Y'all going to try to base going off the lineup. No. You got to be there to be touched by the word of God and these men of God. I don't think I should have said that like that. But understand, there's a lot of power at this conference. There's a lot of people that you need to connect with because you never know what you don't know until you're told. Ooh, I put that in a song. I'm just having fun, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be alive. Vote. Don't play.
Yeah, guys.
Vote.
Make sure you vote.
Like
Make
I took the
sure.
time to this whole segment to talk about voting, politics. I talked about Trump as little as possible because I don't like him. Now, don't get me wrong. I've done my little research. He talks great when it's not to women or another race. Yeah. He was mocking politicians publicly on TV, talking about people publicly. He does this stuff. He does stuff that you people in Facebook world do to your friends on TV.
And that's our president.
That's what he does.
Take your time to think. Let that sink in. That somebody who will get on Twitter and say something wild
Right.
is our president.
And now
I
everybody,
still-
hey, look, I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, if you get elected again, I'm moving to Canada. I'm about to move. You should have been moved to Canada. You should have went. But you want to be here in America. Everybody want to be like, oh yeah, man, I'm a protest. You want to mess up your own city. It could have been preventable, people.
Yeah, and also I feel like us as millennials and just young people, we need to do our research and we need to stay up on game, period, because we're the future, you know? And it's
That's
just
true.
like, you know, we rush to watch our TV shows, like we are quick to just jump on social media and scroll, but
Right.
I feel like nobody is really like looking at the behind the scenes. And yes, I believe that we are very blinded by a lot of stuff and we don't really, you know, shed light on what's really going on.
Right.
You know? So it's just like, I feel like us, if we just all come together and we just spread positivity, love, all of that, I feel like the world will change. It really will if we're all on the same page. And I just really want that to happen because I'm sick of reading about these school shootings. These kids are young. You know what I mean?
And I
Like,
also
it's
saw
just,
something.
I'm about to cry.
For real? Oh.
on the lowest of keys, like it's just sad. It really is, and it's just like these people who are mentally like, just they need help, you know. And it's not fair for people to have their lives taken from them because you want to be a sick individual and you
Right.
want to, just because you don't support what somebody else does, you want to, you know, go and just be crazy. Not crazy, sorry, but like you just want to be hateful, and it's just we need to love each other. We are all we have. Seriously.
I even take it when you going on the school shootings. I was looking on, I think I was on Twitter scrolling, and they was talking about how a school got shot up, but they went back to class the same day. So it's like, are we so desensitized to the things that's going on in America that we do stuff like that? Let's take it back to Columbine. Right? First time the SWAT team ever encountered something like that, from what I read. First time they ever encountered an active shooter in the school. It wasn't somebody holding hostages, it was an active shooter, killing people. Killing people. Killing people. These are kids.
Kids.
Killing kids.
Kids.
But the ones y'all only see are the ones on the news. The ones that get the most media attention. There's been 70-something school shootings in this year alone.
And it's so crazy because, I mean, now that I'm older, I do watch the news and I'm more like, I need to know what's going on. I did not know that like school shooting was a thing until like maybe like last year. Cause I was just like, school shooting? Who would go in school? Like, why would you do
Exactly.
that? And then like I see how often it happens, and it's just like, wow. What is this? Like, I feel like for people who are sick like that, we just have to pray for them. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. And I always take it back to church. Shout out my mom, because I know she's watching. She's going to say something about me not talking about church that much. But that's what it's about, people. As you see, they're shooting churches. They're shooting schools. And Donald Trump said it'd be different if they had an armed security guard there. So what you're telling me is that's an excuse. That's what we're going to. The safety of people. People have to have a guard and lock doors and stuff while you're in a church service because we're scared somebody's going to come shoot it up. That's what America's coming to.
That's sick.
That's what we're doing.
Like, even saying that out loud is just wild. Like, wow.
So as a country, as a people, especially as the church, we need to bring light to these things. That's why we need to love on everybody.
Yeah.
That's why we need to care. Let's stop being so mean.
Exactly. And
You know,
judgmental.
Come on.
Let's just all love each other. You never know what the next person is going through. You just
Exactly.
never.
I even saw a post from my good friend Marquise. Right? He was in a Barnes & Noble at the Grove. Guy comes in waving a gun around. Luckily, it wasn't an active shooter.
Wow.
Like, these things are happening so often and so nonchalant. Like, we have to take notice. We have to be on notice. And I'm not just saying that to say, oh, yeah, well, let's go out and get a gun and protect ourselves. Not the gun that's killing people. It's the people behind the gun. Let's pay more attention. Stop alienating people, even in school. Stop doing that. That's what leads to things like this. Things that happen drastically in people's lives.
Yeah.
That's why we have to connect with people at an early age. We have to be there for them. And vote.
Yes. Vote.
Vote. Pray. It'll all be fine. America is going to do what it's going to do. We have no control over that. But the things we can control, we must be active in. We must be active in. Stop leaving it up to these leaders and these politicians. If you have ideas, take them to them. Mail them to them and talk to them. They're available. I know they are. I know they are. Us living in America, it's never going to be hard. With the leader we have, we're not going to lay everything on him and blame it on him. We were like this before.
Yeah.
It's been like this.
Yeah, it has.
We just slipped up and let him get into some power a little bit. Mm-hmm. Now he gets to really do whatever he wants. And what we going to do? Try to impeach him?
Yeah, because that would have been happened. If we were that serious, it would have happened.
But the thing people don't really understand is voting and campaigns are one of electoral votes. Mm-hmm. We have a vote, but it comes as a state, which are compiled of cities and districts and counties. So the state of California can vote. Everybody can vote against. But if these other states are voting with, then it's a lost cause. So once again, people, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Kingdom Expansion.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I wasn't as live and as funny as I normally am, but I'm being serious. Voting is important. Prayer is important. Whatever religion you believe in, I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, everybody be Christian, everybody. Whatever you believe in, however you were raised, just know it's one God. And all the religions are based around one God.
And just because you don't do it, don't shame other people for not doing it or do anything crazy. Not crazy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't offend anybody. But don't do anything wild.
I'm not crazy. About to be all
don't
in
do
comments,
anything
like,
wild that you'll regret later. All right? Yeah.
You pretty good.
I mean,
Look, she might have to come back, but she be nervous in the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
I do be nervous. But it's normal. I'm human.
So, I want you guys to also, next Monday, I'll do it every time. You know what's up. Women of great purpose, man. What? Women of great purpose, man. Men can watch, women can watch, but it's great purpose. Apostle Michelle Allen will be here with her twin sister, Apostle Donna Spivey. Make sure you tune in right here on Cross TV Network. And once again, I love you. I don't even know you. I'm looking at a camera right now. I don't even know who's watching. I might get 0 views on this one. But I love you. Be good. Be safe. Mamba.
Be positive.
Mamba out.
Love everyone. Stop. You're so annoying. Stay good. Stay positive. Make sure you see somebody, they might be going through it. Just tell them something sweet.
Go ahead. Sing us off.
I don't know what to say. I'm just kidding. I can't do on the spot type. I'm sorry, but I'll sing next time maybe.
I don't know what to say, but I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to catch you next time. Once you hear these whack lines, because I can't spit, I can't rap, none of that.
That sounded good, though.
For real?
That was good, yeah.
She just saying that, though.
No, I'm not.
I'm cool with that, though.
That's okay.
So we about to drop a record or something?
We might.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Good night.
Have a great night.